Okay, Kermies, it's time for the second installment of Learn Your Fundamentals so you can stop memorizing everything. A lot of you liked the first video, and I know we talked about doing this like every other week, and a month has gone by. I'm not sure what happened. I just kind of got swept up in all the fun requests. Anyways, today we're going to talk about minor scales and how they're different from major scales and how they're kind of the same. But anyways, you know what that means. Hand it over to Miss Poopadoo. Yes, hello again. Alright, so if you haven't watched the first video in this series, go back and do that now. This will make a lot more sense. Ryan will put a link in the description so you can do that. But, quick recap, this is the C major scale. We're dealing with the key of C because there's no sharps or flats in it, so it's easier to think about. And it goes from C to C up the musical alphabet with the intervals, or space between notes, of whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, whole step, half step, one would hamsters wield weapons with horses. Okay, now I'm here to tell you that if you know, or because you know, the C major scale, you also know the A minor scale. Allow me to explain. If we go from A to A now, using the same exact notes, we got A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and A. Now that requires no memorization on your part because it's just the alphabet. You learned that when you were 4, except probably a couple extra element OPs in there or something. Alright, anyways, so we're using the same notes, but something's different because of where we started. The order of the intervals has changed. So now we're going whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, half step, whole step, whole step, just because of how things are, just because of where there aren't black keys on the piano, right? So this is, who here wasn't wearing hats with Willie Q visual? Alright, so A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A is the A minor scale, and this only works, I need to note, with the note in the 6th position of the key. So, for instance, if you went from D to D, it's not the D minor scale. Don't do that. But it's a different scale. We'll talk about that some other day. It only works in the note that is in the 6th position, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for the major scale. Or 3 half steps down from this guy. So that's an easy way to find it on your guitar. This is the concept of relative minors. A minor is C major's relative minor. C major is A minor's relative major. Alright, we'll bring it back to Ryan and we'll do it on the guitar. Good to see you all again. See you next time. We have such a tenuous relationship. Alright, so the reason I wanted to baby step this one is because you've already put the work into learning your C major scale down here, starting on the 3rd fret of the A string, right? And we're using the exact same notes, we're just starting in a different place. So you already know all this. All you have to do is mentally start at A, or actually start at A, but if you kind of keep going through it, it starts to sound like the C major scale, depending on which one your ear prefers. So here we go, we're going to start on the A string open, right? A, B on the 2nd fret of the A string, C on the 3rd fret, open D string, E on the 2nd fret, F on the 3rd fret, open G, and A on the 2nd fret of the G string. So that sounds like this. Completely different from the major scale. Same notes, sounds different because of where we started. I keep saying it, but it's so very important. So, like, why do we learn this? Well, first of all, it's good to get to know them. So when you recognize them out in nature, you can sort of file that away under, oh, that's in A minor. I don't have to think about that so hard because I know A minor. The other reason why we learn it is because scales are used to create melodies. Here's an example. Here's do, a deer, a female deer. You know that song, so we remember our do, re, mi's. In major, and so on and so forth. So that's in C major. Let's do the exact same song, but in A minor. So where this is the first note of C major, what we're really doing is going 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, for example. But now A is the one because we're in A minor. We're still going 1, 2, 3, blah, 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 blah. Here we go, ready? Sounds completely different. This is why scales are important, so that you can make cool stuff, or when other people make cool stuff, you can understand why it's cool. I completely lost my thought process, so I'm going to cut right now and I'll be right back. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I was hoping for some great climactic, like, but the is just that. Get to know your A minor scale, get to know your C major scale, have a relationship with them because it just helps you understand music better. When you understand it better, then you don't have to memorize as much because you can just say to yourself, oh, that's that thing. That's that thing I know. And it goes into like a mental category. So here, we're just going to go through the whole A minor scale as much as we can on the first 3 frets. And then that's going to be it for today. So A, open A, B, 2nd fret, C, 3rd fret, D, open D, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, F, open G, 2nd fret is A. That was a whole scale. It sounds like it wants to go because I have C major on the brain, but it doesn't. It stops there. Then we can continue. I just played A again, so I didn't go into C mode. Open B, B string 1st fret is C, 3rd fret is D, open E, 1st fret is F, and then we're gonna stop on the 3rd fret of the E string. That's G. We could finish it off by going up to A on the E string, but we're not going to. I didn't do that. And then headed down, of course, just like the C major scale, we have open A, G on the 3rd fret of the E string, F on the 1st fret of the E string, and we can't go any lower than that because that's the lowest note our guitar can play. And there it is, everybody. The A minor scale for you to ponder, get to know, and have a relationship with. I wish you two the very best. And thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful. I promise you I'm going to tie this all together in some really neat way as the weeks and months and years go on. So it's been really lovely having you, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.